I don't know if you guys know Kevin Sorbo, probably, right? He's a famous anti-atheist nutter butter of epic proportions, to put it nicely. His son is now a little bit older and is stepping into the role of podcaster and using his dad's kind of position and leverage to get out there and meet some famous people. Listen to the psychotic stuff that his son is spreading. I think this is Braeden Sorbo.
I know more young women today who say they wish they didn't ever get the right to vote than I've ever talked to in my life, right? They go back
I bet. Lots of women say they don't want to be able to vote. Totally. Take away my rights, please.
and they go, well, if I never had this, then everything throughout the history with abortion and feminism and all of these things wouldn't have taken place. And so I would much rather give up my one right to vote if it meant 10,000 liberal women wouldn't be allowed to vote so that we could return our country to a better place. Because what we have to realize is women controlled the House, which means they controlled the vote of their husbands.
By a better place, he means where women don't have any say in anything. He means like the 1940s, basically.
I mean, women got the right to vote in the United States and in Germany the same year, interestingly enough. Did you know?
I didn't know that, no.
1919. Yeah.
Oh,
Is
okay.
when the Weimar Republic was formed, basically after World War One.
He wants to go back to the 1900s then.
And in 1974, I think, women were finally allowed to have a credit card in their own name and get a mortgage and loans and things like that. I mean, women's rights really are not that old, honestly. But
They're
anyway,
older than I thought they were.
really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because when I think of like, I don't know, when I think of like 1940s and 50s, I think of no one has any rights unless you're a white man.
Mhm. Anyway, this dude is completely just got, like, his brain is just gone. Like, he has no idea what's going on. He lives in this weird little bubble created for him by his mom and his dad and doesn't seem to have any connection to reality whatsoever. Wow, did I just whistle when I said
Yeah,
that?
you did.
That was an insane whistle.
That was impressive.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And so that true dynamic was one vote for the entire household.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, step back a little bit because he's saying that women traditionally controlled the household vote. And it was better for women before they could vote because then they could force their husband to vote the way they wanted. What?
Women controlled the House, which means they controlled the vote of their husbands. And so that true dynamic was one vote for the entire household that was pretty much dictated by the wife.
What? I don't understand.
Right? So the husband, who was tasked with taking care of and being responsible for his entire family, used the singular vote.
Okay, I think he's mixing up the definition of male and female, or man and woman.
Why do you say that?
Because generally speaking, women don't control the house, and women were expected to take care of the entire family. The man was expected to buy stuff.
I think the wife is expected to make the purchases and maintain the house, but the man is expected to work.
Yeah, he's expected to pay for everything, but
Right.
he's like...
I think you're assuming good faith when this dude just lives in this world of complete delusion.
No, I'm assuming he's mixing up his definitions on purpose.
Let's just step back for a second and see, because maybe I'm mistaken.
Means they controlled the vote of their husbands. And so that true dynamic was one vote for the entire household that was pretty much dictated by the wife. Right? So the husband, who was tasked with taking care of and being responsible for his entire family, used the singular vote he had for his household to make sure that they were protected, to make...
Yeah, I'm getting the impression that he's saying that the man was expected to pay for things and take care of the family, and the wife got to basically force him to vote the way that she wanted him to.
Yeah, it's the way he's saying take care of the family, because they weren't expected to take care of the family aside from paying for stuff. It was the wife's expected to, cook, buy things, buy groceries, clean the house, take care of the kids, get the kids to and from wherever.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, who knows? I can say for sure that he lives in a complete delusion if he thinks that society is ever going to go back to that. It's just not going to happen. It's just not. That's not how societies evolve and change and grow.
Sure that they were provided for. And what we did was we tricked thousands and thousands and thousands of people into thinking that that was oppression. And we're reaping what we sow. I mean, you can look...
Literally had fewer rights at the time than they do now. And he says that that they're more oppressed today because they have more rights. This dude, I gotta hand it to him, man. He knows how to twist things into a pretzel like the best of them.
That was oppression. and we're reaping what we sow. I mean, you can look at everything that's going on, not even just in America, but in the West today, and we could see the decline, the moral degradation, and the societal downfall that is taking place. And we can go, this is bad objectively.
Wow. So
Totally, yes. Women being able to vote is what led to societal downfall. Right, absolutely. Not ICE patrols going into cities, not MAGA nutcases being completely out of their heads. None of that, you see. It's people having extra rights, or people having rights in the first place that everyone else has. Equality, yeah, 100%, absolutely.
Braden, are you saying women shouldn't have the right to vote?
Yes.
God, it's embarrassing. So let's talk about Kevin Sorbo and Sam Sorbo, his wife, a little bit.
By the way, guys, check out my new shop, owenmorgan.com/shop. I have a bunch of really cool designs on there.
Sam actually talked about Braden a little bit and what he was up to when he was little. Check this out. This is from the Reawaken America tour. This is a QAnon tour, basically, from 2021, early December.
But I pulled my son out of school in second grade because they weren't educating him. They were training him a little.
Okay, I'm sorry, it's hard to hear. She pulled Braden out of school in second grade because they weren't educating him, they were training him, okay?
It wasn't going well, and I started to question, what was the final result going to be?
Somebody who could do math, maybe? I would hope.
He was learning how to be a bully.
I promise that was not the school teaching him that. That was probably you teaching him that.
Because let's face it, in school, they teach you evolution. What is evolution? Survival of the fittest. And what is that? That's bullying.
I'm sorry, what? It's bullying. Understanding evolution turns you into a bully, is what she's saying. Evolution is not survival of the fittest. Evolution, as a concept, can be described in part by the term survival of the fittest, but really, that's not even an accurate description of evolution. It's not survival of the fittest because the fittest implies strength, right? It's survival of those best suited to their environment. It has nothing to do with strength at all.
If I pass on my eye color to my children and my children survive better than someone with a different eye color because our eyes can see better in whatever environment, that's bullying.
Yeah.
And it's evil and wrong.
Eye color spread because it was unique and interesting and beautiful, I think. So people were more likely to procreate with those who had blue or whatever because it was different. Also,
lighter features suited the mountainous areas better.
Right.
So it made it easier to, one, blend in, two, see, whatever else. So a little bit of both.
This woman just lives in a complete delusion. This is what this kid, Braden, grew up in. He had her for a parent. So things should kind of make sense, right?
Christians have no business sending their children to public school.
Yeah, her whole thing is like homeschooling. She wants to homeschool. Everybody should be homeschooling. I mean, it's psychotic. And this is Kevin. In a second, I'm going to play this video, this cameo that I purchased from Kevin Sorbo, addressed to Owen.
Owen, buddy, how you doing? It's Kevin Sorbo. Fresh.
We'll get there. Just stick around for a second. This is Kevin Sorbo talking about atheists, evil, hateful atheists.
These people look in the mirror every day and hate what they see. These are angry, angry people. These are people that have...
Me? I'm angry?
Yeah, and you hate what you see when you look in the mirror.
These are people that have no hope in their lives. They probably don't work. They probably collect unemployment from your dollars and my dollars.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Tell me you don't understand how unemployment works without saying it. Unemployment is not a government program. It's a government requirement that companies pay into it and that companies collect unemployment from employees, but it's an insurance that is managed by the companies. And the government basically regulates who gets unemployment. So if you're getting unemployment, it's based on how much money you have earned in your life. It's an insurance. So just complete delusion. You can't get unemployment insurance unless you were once employed. But okay.
They hate when you're a self-hating, woke, atheist, unemployed person. I had to think of the
Absolutely.
list.
Absolutely insane.
From your dollars and my dollars,
That's not, that's how taxes work. That is not how unemployment works, but okay.
they probably get paid by George Soros as well. But these are people that really
Well, wait, isn't that a job? Aren't they working if they're being paid by George Soros?
have so much disappointment that their lives didn't turn out the way they wanted it to. These trolls are people that just have nothing but anger and hatred. They live in this black hole. They want to suck all of us down that black hole
You're one to talk.
with them by attacking you, attacking me.
Well, like you
Yeah, black hole. Super sad. Absolutely.
said something really powerful a while ago, and I was going to point it out, so I'm glad it just got brought back up. But you said something to the effect of, "Why do you get so angry about something you don't believe in?"
Yeah.
That's powerful.
That's powerful. Oh my God, that was so deep. I've never in my 15 years of being an atheist, maybe, or give or take, never have I ever heard something so deep. That's powerful. How can you hate something that doesn't exist? Wow. She just knocked me out with that analogy.
You know what? I'm Christian now. Actually,
Yeah,
guys, I'm
right.
Christian.
Uh,
I'm starting my own church.
I don't hate God. I don't believe he's real. You know what I do hate? Self-indignant, self-righteous scumbags who can't help but talk about how persecuted they are because they're Christians or whatever. I can't stand that. One more time. Just listen to what you said here.
A while ago, and I was going to point it out, so I'm glad it just got brought back up. But you said something to the effect of, "Why do you get so angry about something you don't believe in?"
Personally, I'm angry that Jehovah's Witnesses robbed me of all of that time in my life that I could have spent having a good time, living, experiencing things, just being a normal human being. They robbed me of a normal personality. Like I grew up odd. Okay? I grew up completely isolated from society because I wasn't allowed to have non-Jehovah's Witness friends. And I grew up around two bipolar people as my only points of contact with the world, my only 2 points of human contact. That messed me up. I'm angry about that. I couldn't possibly care less about like your God or whatever, or religious people who aren't nutcases. I don't care. Like they fundamentally misunderstand the problem.
Why do you get so angry about something you don't believe in?
Yeah.
That's powerful, and it's true. And I think it's because they do believe in something. They may be angry because they were sexually abused, or they were physically abused, or they
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. That's it. That's me.
Where did that come from?
She's just a scumbag. For the record, that never happened to me. That is not the source of my complaint with religion. You're just making things up, and it's honestly disgusting.
didn't feel love, or they felt rejection, and maybe they turned away from God and the idea of God because of that. But there's definitely something inside of them that feels anger towards something.
Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses for robbing time from me.
Yeah. Well, these are people who failed. They failed in their lives and they gave up.
I don't know. So like I'm literally working and making money while critiquing this. So simply factually incorrect. Anyway, so you guys sat through all of that with me. So let's watch the cameo. He did a good job on the cameo, to be perfectly frank with you. He gave 3-minute cameo almost. He didn't have to do 3 minutes. I think I paid for 1 minute and he did a whole 3 minutes, and he even fit some stuff in there. I asked him to fit in disappointed somewhere. Do you know that meme?
No,
The disappointed meme? Do you know who this guy is?
vaguely.
He was on a TV show called Hercules back in the 90s or
yeah.
2000s. And it was a pretty popular show, and there was a spinoff called Xena Warrior Princess that was even more popular. Anyway,
I do know that one. I don't like that one.
okay, well, I watched both of them when I was little, but famously, there's this scene from Hercules. Here, this is it right here. He just jumped out of a portal or something.
This isn't my world. Disappointed!
And yeah, that's the entirety of the clip. And it's like, I don't understand. Why did he just yell disappointed randomly?
Because he's disappointed and he wants the world to know.
Well, he succeeded.
What's he
Anyway.
disappointed about?
Right. Well, people speculated like maybe that was in the script, like in brackets, or maybe it was supposed to be in brackets, like you feel disappointed, and you weren't supposed to read that. But he read it anyway without actually processing what the script said. Who knows? We'll never know. But it is a meme eternally now. And I specifically asked him to use the term disappointed in this. So sign up for my Patreon. I'd really appreciate that very much. It would mean so much to me. This is like a really precarious moment in history, in U.S. history, and for me personally. So it would mean a lot if you sign up for my Patreon. Check out cultarchive.org. I did a cult test, basically, where you can see if you're in a cult. And you can look at the historical tests of other groups that already went through this. Also, check out my merch. I have a whole bunch of really cool shirts and stuff. Really interesting. I would really appreciate that.
Hey, how you doing? It's Kevin Sorbo, fresh off the golf course. I just got back home.
Oh, yeah, and I told him that I was being harassed by wokies on the twit.
And got this cameo. And it says it's from Anonymous. Anyway, I mean...
Yeah, I said... It's from Anonymous for Owen. We care so much about him. He's having a hard time dealing with the wokies on the twit. And we just want to give him some encouragement. So.
A chat to you, Owen. I understand you're dealing with the radical left on the Twitter. You know what? I post stuff. I mean, you see my stuff. You go to K-Sorbs, they just go after me. These guys.
Okay, subtle plug there.
You got to know, these guys are very unhappy people. Seriously, I'm not just saying. These people do not like who they are. They don't. I imagine
hit the nail on the head. Absolutely.
Most of them do not have a job.
Most of them don't have a job.
Yeah, we're jobless. It's
apparently 90% of the United States doesn't have a job in this dude's mind. Like nobody has a job except for him and like the people that he likes. That's
him and 3 others.
And he doesn't even have a job, which is funny.
I imagine most of them probably still live at home with their mom in the basement. I imagine most of them probably grew up in a broken family.
God, living alone with your mom in her basement sounds terrible for you.
Yeah, it would be awful, actually.
And maybe they're working for, George Soros and collecting unemployment from your tax dollars and mine.
Same tune, right?
They are doing that for you, yeah.
And it's sad. It really is sad. Their anger towards me does nothing. I could care less. Don't let them get to you. But honest to God, you want to go after them just for sport and have fun, go for it. Because
that's encouraging.
The stuff they say is just so idiotic. These are uneducated people. They're ignorant.
I'm so sorry. When they're attacking you, they're uneducated, unemployed, living in their mom's basement, evil, and don't know any, and they hate themselves. But if you want to attack them, you should do that. You should attack them for sport.
Because it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say is just so idiotic. These are uneducated people. They're ignorant people. They have no idea what they have here. And honest to God, if they want the utopia, then please, by all means. I honestly think our government, not only we need to get rid of all the illegal aliens here.
This is from, this is 2023. This is March 14th.
Oh, you did this a while ago.
I did, yeah, years ago.
They should go to North Korea. They should go to Venezuela. They should go to Russia. They should go to Cuba. Nope.
Why would I go to any of those places?
North Korea?
Yeah.
They don't want me there.
North Korea is a democratic republic, quote unquote, so on paper. And he's pointing to that and saying, you want democracy? Go to North Korea. Like, I'm not a communist. I don't use the term socialist because it has a different meaning to people than I actually intend. But I guess in the technical sense, you could call me that. But most people aren't using the technical sense. Anyway, for all intents and purposes, one could call me a capitalist in our common, colloquial understanding of it or whatever. But in his mind, everybody that he hates is a communist. And communism and socialism are identical in his mind.
He takes boats from Key West to Cuba. So how do these people possibly think communism and socialism is good? Those things killed well over 100 million people, maybe 120 million.
Well, not for nothing, but you know how many people Nazism killed? And you're taking part in that now, right? He is propping up the Nazi movement in the United States. Now, he is one of... it's like the right-wing movement is split into 2 factions at the moment. There's the Groyper / Nick Fuentes / alt-right / Nazi movement who hates Israel because it has Jews in it, and it's psychotic. And then there's the Christian nationalist / Zionist wing that loves Israel because they think Jesus is going to return there in Israel. And Sorbo fell on the side of the Nazi kind of movement for the most part, bizarrely. Although he does, I think, support Israel in some ways. I mean, his beliefs are complicated, but either way you look at it, the dude supports a Nazi regime, right? Is that fair to say? I think so.
In the last century, it was 80 million alone just from Stalin and Hitler, for crying out loud.
Oh, Hitler was a communist. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Hitler's a communist? Really? Pure, unadulterated delusion.
Just keep fighting the good fight, man. I got a number of movies out there. One just came out in theaters. It's done now. It's called Left Behind.
Oh boy, now we got more plugging this stupid stuff.
LeftBehindMovie.com. I directed that one as well. And Miracle in East Texas comes out later. And I love that you love God's Not Dead. You need to check out What If.
Oh, I told him I loved God's Not Dead.
Abel's Field. Let There Be Light, another one I directed.
Thank God I know what not to watch now.
Yeah.
And my documentaries, some good documentaries are Before the Wrath and Against the Tide, okay? Actually, go to sorbostudios.com.
You know, he gave me a decent cameo that was 3 minutes long. I'll let him get his stupid little plug in.
I'll be right back.
I'm going to order them. You get signed autograph. sorbostudios.com. Just check it out. But God's Not Dead was a blessing for me. I love doing it. What If, I think, is even better movie. Same writers. And if you don't do it, I'm going to be very disappointed.
He did it. There's the thing.
Okay, I'm not going to yell. But good luck with your YouTube channel. Hope you have great success with that, and more to come, bud. All right, take care. Ciao.
Anyway, wow, what a metal fucking thing to say to get off of air, right? Ciao. Wow, dude. Got to love Kevin Sorbo. Anyway, yeah, tell me what you think about it in the comments. I'm definitely going to be watching Braeden Sorbo's content in the near future, see what he's up to. Definitely going to be interesting. Tell me your thoughts.